Man, I love fishing. I love fishing. Hi. Hi. Hello. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine, thank you. How are we doing? How are we holding up? We're fishing today. Again. We're fishing again. Just a chill little chatting slush. Huh? Slash fishing stream we're having today. Why is the delay so big on my stream? What the fuck? Hello? Huh? Why is the delay so big? That's strange. Wow. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure... I'm sure it's all okay. Is it? Is it though? I mean, it seems fine. But then, on the little screen... in YouTube, for some reason, it's like... I don't know. I don't know. Anyways. Whatever it is. Hope it's going to be fixed soon. I hope it fixes itself. Anyways. Yeah. We are fishing today again. Nothing bad is ever going on. Nothing bad ever happens. It's all good. It's all fine. It's okay. Let me collect the money. And also wanna do some farming today as well. Always bet on nothing. Yeah. Okay, let me water these. And good. How are you guys doing today? How is everything? Okay, I think the delay is fixed now. Okay, it should be good now. I don't know why it was so weird at the start there. Everything should be good now. How are you doing today? Anything exciting happened today? I went to get my blood worked today. Went to go get my blood work done. They had to stick me with the needle twice. Once in my left hand, but the nurse, it was a man, like a middle-aged man. In my left hand, he couldn't find it, so he pushed the needle, but then it didn't go into the vein, and that was kind of not very great. I mean, it went in the second time all well, but you know, still. And he was pretty chatty though. He was like talking to me throughout the whole process of taking my blood. So, at least there is that. I guess I'll forgive him. I guess I'll forgive him. But I did feel like some kind of addict Just like both of my hands like having the little band-aids on them from taking my blood. It was very strange. How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing fine. Hope it went well. Yeah, otherwise it went well. Had to not eat or drink for 12 hours. Which is fine because I slept for most of that time. Fuck. No, I'm not losing this. I slept for most of that time. I still sleep for 10 hours usually, so, you know. It's fine. It's all good. I hate it when they miss. They don't usually miss with me. Like, but my veins are kind of hard to find. It usually takes them a while to find them. But they'll usually, like, once they find them, they're like, okay. But this time, you know, I know that, like, my veins are way more visible and way easier to take blood from on my right hand. But on my left hand, like, right hand is my dominant hand. So I'd rather have them take it from my left hand. But, you know, it doesn't always work out. I hate that for blood tests. Yeah, I mean, at least I didn't have to take too many things. Like, they didn't have to take too many tubes from me, only 4. It was for, like the stuff that I need to get my new meds insured. Because I literally, like, 2 days ago, literally went there to the store on Monday. I went to the pharmacy being like, okay, I'm ready to start these new meds. Hello, I have them. I have the prescription. Can you get them for me, please? And then I see the total, and I'm like, wait a sec. This is supposed to be insured. Like it said that it would be insured. And then they're like, oh, no, it isn't. And then they go and look at it, and they're like, oh, well, it says right here that, you need to do some blood work for them to know if it can be insured or not. So you should go do that. And I was like, fuck. And they were like, well, are you still gonna buy the meds? And I was like, no! It's 200 euros! I'm not buying that with my own money. Hello? I'm not buying that without insurance. So yeah, still haven't started those meds because of that, but hopefully they told me to message them again so that they can, like, forward those results to the doctor, who can then forward them to the insurance company and be like, yeah, these are the results, can she get insurance? And that's how it all is going to go. I really hope that my blood work is all fucked up so that they insure it for me. I know that, like, a lot of people will say that, oh, don't say that about it. Like, don't say that, because, like, you know, like, it's bad if you have bad blood work. It's not gonna change anything about how I feel. Me having, like, if I have bad blood work, it's just going to reveal to them, like, potential, like, causes and other stuff for the way that I feel. Like, I still have that bad blood in me either way. So, I just hope that, the blood is indeed very bad. And they will give me the insurance, because I do not really want to pay 200 euros a month for that medicine. Because, yeah, it's 200 euros for a month worth of the meds. Which is a lot. So, don't really want to pay for that. But yeah, otherwise, not much has been going on. I tell them, any arm is fine. I like, prefer for it to be the left arm, but, you know, usually they still do the right one, because they can't find the vein in the left one. Are they crazy? They definitely are. Oh, damn, yeah, fuck that. Yep. honestly. I was kind of amazed. I have no idea, like, I don't know if there are any, like, less expensive options for me for those meds. Like, there should, I mean, surely there are less expensive alternatives for that. I don't know. I don't know. In case they don't insure it for me, I mean, I'm probably, if they don't insure it, I'll probably just ask the doctor if they have any less expensive alternative for them. Because 200 euros is pretty fucking absurd. It's still gonna be like 100 with the insurance, because the insurance covers half. But at least it's something. At least it's something, you know? They still might not. If my blood work is good or good enough for them, then they won't insure it. You know, it all depends. It all really depends on how the blood is looking. So that's why I hope that it's bad. I hope that it's bad, and the hopes that that will make them pay the insurance. That's a lot. Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully I'll get that insurance. Hopefully I'll get it. If I don't, I'll just have to ask for a less expensive option. And if that's not an option, I guess I'll just... I can't say that early into the stream. I can't say that early into the stream. It's too early. Especially with how YouTube is doing lately. You probably all know. I have talked about it on Twitter, and a lot of people have talked about it and stuff like that with how YouTube is being a little bit insane lately. Like the restricted mode getting I know like people are talking about how basically like, oh, like the restricted mode has always been there. But the problem here is that now, with all the child safety laws that they're implementing, the restricted mode might be on default turned on for you if YouTube, for some reason, deems that you might be under the age of 18. And if it does that, then it just turns on the restricted mode, which you don't want. If you are an adult, you probably don't want that. So that is like the main problem. Also, like everyone having their like views and their CCV go down and stuff like that. Also, like YouTube being very odd at like counting them. YouTube might be doing like a similar thing to Twitch, maybe, where they like basically are like cracking down on bots, but with that they also kind of sometimes the AI might deem regular viewers as bots and not count them in the views or the CCV, because a lot of people are comparing their stream elements reports of the stream and the YouTube reports of the stream and saying how like the CCV and views are just so astronomically different that it's like, what the fuck is going on? Stream elements, for some reason, ever since I changed my email on there, has not been sending me those emails of like, oh, here's how your stream went. You know, it doesn't send them for me for some reason. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Okay, hello? This is the wrong account. This one. I wanted to go in there and maybe see if I can change it somehow. Because I do kind of want to see. I'm conflicted. I want you to have bad results, but it would be good if you can get the meds. No, but, look. Like, the results are not gonna make me bad. Like, if I have bad blood... Like, it's just that I have bad blood. It's honestly better to, like, be struggling and have bad blood work than to be struggling and not have bad blood work. Because if your blood work, like, a lot of the health professionals in here basically say that, like, oh, like, if your blood work is fine, that means you're fine. You know, that means we're not gonna do anything. So, if I do have bad blood work, and that is somehow causing the way that I'm feeling, there's like a bigger chance that I'll actually get help for my problems and for all of that stuff. So it's better if I do have bad blood work. Yes. YouTube has been messed up for a while. It has been. Honestly, YouTube has always been a little messed up with streaming and stuff like that. YouTube has always been a little weird, but so has been Twitch. They always have some kind... There's always some kind of problem, you know? There's always some kind of problem with YouTube, Twitch, any kind of these platforms. They just can't get stuff right. Such a big company, YouTube really needs to fix so much. They rely way too much on their, like, AI recognition of stuff that it, like, really messes up the way people view them, because that creates big problems for them. And the fact that, like, it's so hard to contact YouTube support and actually get them to do something, also a big problem, you know? Also, the audacity that they have to, while this problem is still ongoing, to make a post saying, your hard work does not go unnoticed. Bitch! What? Bitch! What? I'm sorry. What are you... That's literally the whole thing that is going on right now on your platform. That's the whole thing. That's the whole... Everyone is complaining about it, and you're like, you are just imagining it. Nothing bad is going on. We have everything under control. You're just crazy. Like, literally gaslighting us. Like, what the fuck? Anyways. Let me see. Is there a... Import... English, switch to light mode. Ew. Switch to light mode. Ew. I wanna get the emails. Why do I even turn that on? Like, for some reason it got turned off at some point. Like, I see the profile page. I really don't like how Stream Elements doesn't have, like a clear settings page. Kind of pisses me off. Like, it doesn't even... It says, like... As if I... Like, each week, just 0 subscribers, 0 members, 0 sponsorships, everything. Why is that? It should be following that stuff. Why is it not following it? It is following the gifted subs and stuff like that, but for some reason not everything else? Hello? Huh? It's because it's a brand account now? Or something? Okay, I shouldn't be doing this on stream. Anyways, I shouldn't be doing this on stream. Better to know what the issue is than to not know what the issue is. Yep. Hard work does not go unnoticed by our AI. Yeah. That's true. That's so true. You know, the AI is definitely noticing my hard work because if you go and switch on the restricted mode, every single stream of mine is flagged. Every single one of them. All of them are flagged. All of them are flagged. What? Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Seemed like my stream cut off for a bit, but I don't think it did. Is it to the right email account? Yes, it is. I changed it. Steve is relying way too much on the AI. They definitely are. It's like... I get that the platform is so, like, massive that you would have definitely a hard time having real people look at, like, all the problems or look at all the videos or all the tickets, but you cannot just let AI make decisions, like, a definitely very flawed AI that, you know, a lot of people are pointing out that it is very flawed. You cannot just let it dictate the decisions on whether or not someone stays on your platform or not. Whether or not someone gets to make content on your platform or not. Like, it's very, very weird. Should we not do any lewd jokes here to dodge the flag? I don't even think that that's the case, because I am 1,000 fucking however many % sure that, for example, my karaoke relay video, the one that was on Valentine's Day for Lopsic Parade, did not include anything lewd, did not include any swears, nothing like that. It was literally just singing, a little bit of yapping, mostly just singing. And it's still flagged. I feel like it's just like, there is a lot of, I know a lot of different other creators who did also get all of their VODs flagged. Like, 2 days ago on Sunday, we had a collab with the Pink Girlies, and most of them said that, like, most of their VODs have been flagged. And Tori also said that all of her VODs have been flagged. And I have also seen on Twitter multiple other VTubers say that, you know, they also have every single VOD of their flagged, even if some of them are totally, like, just fully safe, you know? It might just be that if enough of your VODs get flagged for that reason, the AI just deems your whole channel as inappropriate in some way, and it just automatically flags every single one of your VOD, because it knows, like, oh, well, usually she is unsay-so, so therefore, every single stream of hers is probably going to be unsay-so, so I'll just flag them all without even checking. So that's probably what is happening. That's probably what is happening. At least that's my guess. That's my guess. I remember when the whole COPPA and kids section was made, so many things were wrongly labeled as kids content, like reviews of M-rated games and anime clips. They still do. A lot of the times, they still do. Like, if you are, for example, an animator making fan animations based on some cartoon or something like that, or just cartoon animations, you do risk your video getting flagged as kids content, and therefore getting your comments removed and stuff like that. Most MLP, like, compilation videos, a lot of even, like, MLP just like analysis videos that are not meant for children. Like, obviously they don't have any non-child friendly content in them, but they're not meant for children. They're meant for adults who have the ability to analyze, like, the stuff that is said, you know? And they still get flagged, because it's just, well, it's My Little Pony, so must be for kids, you know? What if Big Boing Boing gets you flagged? I mean, maybe. Does it? Does it? That would be very unfair. If I'm being honest, that would be very unfair. Because what if I would be like a flesh person actually on here with big boing boing and had the big boing boing? Would I get banned, or not banned, flagged for the big boing boing just because that's how I was born, that's how I am as a human being? Hi Aisha, we speaking about drama today. We speaking about YouTube and talking shit about YouTube. VTubers seem to get hit a lot more. It's kind of unfair. That is true. That is true. I mostly, maybe that's just because I mostly follow VTubers, but I have not seen any big flesh creators talk about this on Twitter. Like, it's mostly VTubers. So, what are the underlying adult themes in MLB, Aisha? I mean, there is quite a large theme of racial equality, especially in the later seasons. It's bad when clips from Attack on Titan and JoJo's Bizarre Adventures get labeled as kids' content. I don't want kids to get traumatized. That is very bad. You don't want kids to know about the road rollers in the world. I think it depends how the boings are framed in the camera. I guess so, but still. I mean, even, like, my model is relatively covered up. Like, the only, like, two things that are kind of, like, I guess, flirty in a way is the under breast, little cutout and the skirt slit. But the cutout, the under breast cutout is just so small. You blink and you miss it. Not exactly, but you know, like, I feel like an AI would... I don't know if it would even, like, register this as boobage, you know? And the slit are... Women wear dresses and skirts with slits all the time. Doesn't mean that they're inappropriate. Okay? At least it should depend, in my opinion. Yes, definitely. Hardly see it, though. Exactly, you hardly see it. Most of the time, I sit here like this, locking in on the game, you know? And you can't really see it unless I, like, actually, like, look up. Like, unless I deliberately look up. Like, I'm looking at my camera right now. If I just look at the screen... You can barely, maybe a little bit see it. My model can also be placed a little bit, like, more down here. So, even like that, like, now you just can't see it at all. I only noticed it when you mentioned it. Yeah, you hardly see it. Yup. I think it comes more from the physics and model placement than revealed skin. Might be that. YouTube has worse things on it. Exactly, YouTube... Let me be honest here. YouTube has some softcore stuff on it that doesn't get flagged as... Or doesn't get removed, at least. And sometimes doesn't even get flagged as adult content. That is so weird. That is so weird. Like, there's a whole community of, Miku Miku Dance, like, animations of, you know what kind, on here, that are just here. Just here, you know? And guys can get away with worse. Guys in Speedos probably considered less lewd than Big Booba. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean... Yeah. I mean, like, if a woman wearing a bikini... I feel like a woman wearing a bikini on stream has more chances of getting flagged than, like, a man in swim shorts. From a character design standpoint, the brighter green and lilac accents are there to pull attention into the boobs. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I love my mama for that, honestly. I personally love my design. Okay, even though I'm getting a 2.0, which by the way is moving forward, just saying. Haven't gotten the design yet, which I'm probably going to tweet when I do get it, but it's already in the works, so it should be completed in the next few months. Yeah, I think I talked about this before already, but yeah. Underskirt cut is chef's kiss, hot but classy. Exactly, it's very classy. It's very classy. Many women wear skirts like that, so you know. Yoga, yeah, clothes for yoga. Yeah. I remember back in 2011, this woman went on some forum to complain about a YouTube pooper who made YTPs on shows like Hallyu because she let her preschooler watch YouTube unsupervised. Hey, that just builds character. Let him watch it. Let him watch it. He's just building character, okay? I wouldn't be myself if I didn't watch, what is it? Pony MOV? Yeah, I think that's the name. If I didn't watch it, I wouldn't be the same person I am today. So, let him cook. Let him cook. Let him build up some more personality for your kid, you know? Wait, you know those? Which ones? I don't know. I don't know what exactly you were talking about here, but yeah, probably. YouTube should allow outright. I mean, remember when Twitch kind of did that? Remember when Twitch did that? And everyone was just outraged, and it was so bad. And everyone just, like, it was so bad when Twitch did that. Oh my god. I am now remembering, like, the way that it all went down. Back then, it was something. It was definitely something. The certain videos on YouTube of dancing, yes. I do know of those. And, I have no idea how they are still on the platform. YouTube is just like, when someone is making something as outright as that, they're just like, la la la, la 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 la. But when a VTuber, like, dares to make a sound that for them somehow sounds like a moan, it's wrap it up. Wrap it up. That's it. That's it. Like, it's ridiculous. Okay, you need salmon. You get the salmon. You two need tuna. You are silver, so I'll give you the tuna. Oh, and then you want the carrots, and I have all the carrots. I do not have koi fish, though. You're talking about the artistic nudity thing or something else? I am talking about that. That was a fucking disaster. Tip should at least allow nudity. It's hard to study art when you can't see skin. I mean, that's kind of true, but then, again, you know, they probably won't because of how it all went with Twitch. Like, they just literally allowed it for, like, a day or two, if I remember correctly. Everyone started making, you know, certain drawings on stream. And then they just walked it back and went like, actually, never mind. Never mind, we're not allowing that. And that was it. American movie trailers dubbed in Finland, or are they still in English with subtitles? Fun fact about Finland, actually. Finland does not do any dubbing on any kind of cinematography that is labeled from 7 and up, at least. Like, the very, like, kids shows, like kids movies and stuff like that, that gets dubbed. But, if it's more of a, like, as soon as you get into the more preteen or teen territory, none of that gets dubbed. It's only Finnish and, Swedish subtitles. In the, movie theater, everywhere, it's always, Finnish subtitles and then Swedish subtitles. Finland does not do dubbing, the way a lot of other countries do. Finland just does not do dubbing. The culture of reading subtitles here is just so big that you are expected to be able to read subtitles by the time you are, like, of the age of, like, I don't know, like 10? I don't know how kids are. I have no idea. I was able to read subtitles from a very young age, at least. So yeah. Yeah. Finland does not really do dubbing. That was a fun day, yeah. Everyone was pushing the lines to see what was okay. Exactly, everyone was pushing the lines, and Twitch did not really expect that, probably. I remember one, a pretty big Russian streamer, did, like, a whole, like, competition. Like, he got, a bunch of, Twitch, like, artists to draw stuff like that on stream, to see, basically, like, to check, to see, to push the lines, to see if anyone was going to get banned, or how many of them, or, you know, stuff like that. And then for some reason, people, like, shitted on him for that. Like, don't get me wrong, that guy is a little bit insane sometimes, but that was not, like, one of the times that he was all that insane. Like, honestly, he paid those artists. He literally paid those artists. When I heard about that, I actually thought that it was kind of cool. Because I was like, wow, he actually, like, he decided to support, like, the NSFW artists in their endeavors, while also wanting to check, like, where the lines are with the new Twitch, you know, updated terms of service and stuff like that. I was being like, well, that's actually cool, you know? That's actually cool that he decided to, like, employ them, basically, for that. And then for some reason, so many people were really angry. I don't know why. Is there a Twitch chat too? No. I only stream on YouTube. I am... yeah, it's just my personal preference. I prefer to not split my audience. I prefer to keep my audience in one place. Also because I do the historical shorts, you know, it's better for me to kind of stay on YouTube to get, like, the whole, I guess, how do you say, like, the best things from it, basically. So yeah, no Twitch. I don't do Twitch. What is SpongeBob called in Finland? I know it's called Bob Leponge. You're not gonna be fucking ready for this. Paavo Pesusieni. Paavo, aka Bob. But for some reason they decided to, like, use the Finnish variant of the name, which doesn't really sound like Bob at all, which is Paavo. And Pesusieni, which means SpongeBob. Yeah. In Russian, it's SpongeBob Kvadratные штаны. So they basically just call him SpongeBob. But like Kvadratny Shtani is like square pants. Yes, SpongeBob, square pants. But square pants, like SpongeBob is not... In Russian, SpongeBob, aka his first name, is not translated, but his last name is. No, it's wait, let me write it out in chat. Wait. I'm gonna catch up on chat soon, but let me just write it out in chat. Yep, that's his government name. That's his government name. Okay. I asked because the movie I'm a big fan of, Outbreak from 1995, was very popular in Japan, and their Japanese trailer was subtitled, but there is a Japanese dub. Yes, yes, yes. So are you big on history? I am! I do history shorts here. I want to do them every Friday from now on. I've been doing them every Friday when I started out with streaming. Then I kind of stopped making them, and now I've gotten back into it and did 3 new shorts, or like 2 re-edited old shorts that I couldn't keep on my channel. I re-edited them and you know, released them again, and then a new short last Friday. And this Friday probably also will be a new short. At least I'll try to do that. And since okay, so if you weren't here, like, last stream, we basically talked about how, I am now going to basically mainly do 4 scheduled streams a week instead of 5. Since when I do 5, I usually end up canceling one of them, because of health issues or burnout or something else like that. So I just decided that it would be probably better for me for now to go to doing 4 streams a week, and maybe go back to doing 5 streams a week a little bit later when I get my health all figured out, when I get, like, you know, the new meds, and I will feel better. But for now, I'll be going with 4 streams a week. For the meanwhile. And then for the days that I won't be streaming, I'm not going to be having like the same mental pressure to stream 5 days a week, since I kind of talked with you about it and stuff like that. But and also because of that, I'll have more motivation and time to do off-stream content. So yeah. Hello. In France, right? Oh yeah. And that's fair. Good time zone, Aisha. We Viking. We fishin'. We fishin'. You're correct. I was not ready. Yep. Here in BR, is that Brazil? Is that Brazil? I don't know. Most media get stuffed. They kind of have to, since national cinema is very indie-centric, and we have a lot of illiterate people, but sub is always easily available. Random thought, what do you like about history? As a person that doesn't like history, I want a different perspective. I really like studying the lives of different people who were basically somehow prominent in history or made history. I kind of like thinking about how, you know, if they knew that we would still be talking about them to this day. I really like, you know, studying the phenomenons that were a part of the old worlds of people, and how they were doing, and how humanity basically would be, you know, evolving in, you know, the way their society would be structured, in their beliefs and their laws and their fashion too. All of that stuff. I really just like knowing how people used to live, you know? BR is Brazil, yes. Aisha likes discovering who is gay. Yes, that too. I do like discovering who was gay. Indeed. I'd love to make a short on that. Honestly, there are a few like queer icons of history that I kind of really want to make a short on. I really want to make one on this one Austrian. Was she Austrian? I'm not sure. She was a duchess. I think her name was Charlotte. Let me see. No, I don't remember. I don't remember her name. I don't know why. But, basically, she was, you know, besties. Oh my gosh.
So good.
Wait.
How come they don't have a cowgirl? Checkmate, Yagoo.
That's so true. Thank you so much, Chimera, for the tip. I didn't even see how much that was. 618. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Damn. Now I forgot what I was talking about. Anyways, she was besties, you know, roommates. Not really roommates, but besties with her sister-in-law, with whom they exchanged letters of a romantic type, and then she died in childbirth. And that was very sad. And she was very young. And her bestie, her sister-in-law, was very, very sad. Fortunately, they also had another friend who was a man, with whom they bonded a lot after her death, because they were both very close with her. They bonded after her death, and then they married. So at least, you know, we know that one of them got sort of a happy ending, you know. At least, you know, a marriage in that time may have not been like a love marriage in the standard type, because we don't know if she was bisexual or a lesbian or what exactly. But at least she married her friend. So, you know, at least she married her friend, which is very nice. Do you like people watching then? Watching, like, my history content? Yes, of course I do. Of course I do. I'm not exactly sure what you are talking about there. Do it? I should. But I want to make my next short, like the second part of my previous short about Ottoman harems and having kids there. But then I also want to do a short about apothecary diaries and their fashion choices in the anime and how they relate to the history. So yeah, then maybe after that I'll make one about her. My history museum has a section with buildings, a steamboat of what the city was like in the mid-19th century. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I want Austrian sweating right now. 70% sure Choco is at least 30% cow. Yeah. Wasn't there a pope who pretended to be a man to get into clergy and became the pope? I think I've heard something about that, but I'm not exactly sure. A lot of the people who were affiliated with religious, you know, practices were gay for some reason. I mean, I know what the reason is. It's because you get, I mean, with nuns, you get to live with a bunch of women for the rest of your life and you do not have to marry. So yeah, with the popes, it's like, they also don't have to marry. I guess they do get to spend some time with other popes as well. They also get to boss nuns around sometimes a little bit. Not all the time though, so not exactly, you know, not exactly a thing. For history, it's best to follow fandom shipping rules. Bisexual until confirmed otherwise. Yeah, definitely. So, it could have definitely been that she was bisexual, and, like, after the death of her lover, her and their friend bonded together and she fell in love with him. And, you know, the thing that matters is that she got to live a good life after that, you know, even though she tragically lost her love. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Yes, I'm so excited. By people watching, I meant like observing people, watching a couple in the park. I do like people watching. I do kind of like people watching. I really like studying people's, like, facial features and, like, structure and, like, the little mannerisms they have. Like, noticing stuff like that and keeping that in mind. Like, oh, this person, like, does, like, this move a lot. Like, I wonder why that is, you know? I don't know why. I also pick up quite a lot of different mannerisms from my friends, because I do tend to notice them quite a lot myself, you know? Shared idea, real history of the Age of Empires 2 heroes. El Cid has a very interesting ending, just saying. That does sound pretty interesting. I'm not exactly really into the Age of Empires, but I have wanted to get into it. Researching history of larger religion is hard because a lot of it gets lost, destroyed, and mythologized. That's true. One thing about her letters to her lover is that most of them were destroyed, unfortunately, since they displayed kind of like an unnatural, as they say, affection between two women. Basically, because of that, they just wanted to kind of erase that and make people kind of forget that that was ever a thing, that they ever had a thing going on between them, you know? Which is such a shame. Such a shame. I mean, obviously those letters were private and were meant only for each other to see. So you could technically argue that maybe that was for the better good, that now these letters are not like being gazed upon by so many people. But you know, at that point, when they have lived like 300 years from now, you kind of have to kind of let go of that. Like, I don't think that they would care at this point. They have been gone for so many years that I don't think they would care, bro. I don't think they really give a fuck. So, you know. What's your favorite historic Prussian province to study? For me, it's hard to choose between East Prussia, Pomerania, and Silesia. I do like Pomerania because the dogs got their name from it. You're good at picking up mannerisms. You'd be good at Among Us. I actually have never played Among Us on this channel. That's very interesting. I mean, I did start streaming after it kind of fell out of favor, basically, in streaming. Not many people collab with Among Us. Collabing with Among Us as if Among Us is an influencer. Like, collab using Among Us as the game that they are using for collabing. You know. But honestly, it would definitely probably be pretty interesting to do an Among Us collab. Would you guys be interested in watching it, even though Among Us is, you know, not very cool anymore? Would you guys still watch it, even if Among Us is not cool? They deleted her browser history. They did! They did. That people are famously known to get very angry if you look at up their private stuff. Yeah, I mean, there are some ghost stories about that, so, but you know, I do agree, because, like, listen, if any, like, direct family members of that person are not alive anymore to want to preserve that privacy for that person, then what exactly is the point? you know? Don't shit about me 300 years from now. My great-great-great-great-great-grandchild might find out. Yeah. My great-great-great-great-grandchild might find out that I was gay. Sure, people would play it. Yeah, we need more friend swap games. We need more friend swap games. Still fun. Does Among Us count as a friend swap game? I think it kind of does. I mean, I feel like, you know, you can't play Among Us with strangers, but it definitely, like, is not the same. It's way better when you play it with, people that you know. So I do think that Among Us, alternatively... No! At 43! Oh god. Among Us is definitely like a, I feel like Among Us is one of the first friend swap games, in my opinion. So fucking slow now. Fun fact, Catherine the Great was Pomeranian. Yes, she was. She was. They did call her German, though. They would usually just call her German. Because I'm pretty sure it was a part of Germany at that time, but you know. Okay. Among Us is still cool. Is it? I have not seen any VTubers collab with, you know, using Among Us in like a while. Like a really long time. Everyone is playing Peak. Everyone is... Even like Repo has been falling off somewhat. Like... It's mainly just Peak now. But you know, we had basically, I feel like the friend swap, like the biggest friend swap games were Among Us, then Lethal Company, then like friend swap slash collab swap. Because in my opinion, collab swap is also like a genre that is kind of almost the same as friend swap, but it's not exactly the same, because with collab swap you also have to have that feature of it being entertaining to an audience. So we had Among Us, then Lethal Company, then Repo, and now we have Peak. So I wonder what the next big friend swap game is going to be. I wonder. Okay. Aisha, are you only into art history or mythology stuff too? I am a Hellenic pagan. So I am into mythology too. Technically. I mean, depends on what kind of mythology. Greek, that's, you know, my religion. That's kind of my religion. I mean, myths, we're not myth literalists, usually. I'm not a myth literalist. Myths are basically just stories, just made up stories with the gods in them. You know, they're just characters in there, but they're still like made up. It kind of depends, like if you do look at it from a historical concept, some of the stories might be basically based in some amount of truth. We know that Troy did exist. We know that Troy was a thing. We don't know much about anything about it though. We don't know when the wars that are the Iliad like takes inspiration from, I guess, have taken place. We don't know that some of these people that if some of these people that were characters in there did exist in real life, at least in some way, or were like based on real people. We don't know when that was. We don't know how it went down and how much of it is untrue, because a lot of it is probably untrue, because there's you know, like mythological powers at play in the Iliad, but we don't know exactly like what is the truth. And that is mainly because of this one guy, this one dude, one gentleman who was not very gentlemanly, who knew nothing about excavating, like, and being like a, how do you say, like the people who dig up old stuff. I don't remember what that is called. What is that profession called? He knew nothing about it. So anyways, so basically he decided to go to the place where Troy probably was, which is modern day Turkey. He went there. He placed a bunch of fucking dynamite to get to the bottom. He found some stuff at the bottom, but then later they discovered that because he used archaeology, yes, archaeology, because he used dynamite, there were a shit ton of other stuff, like in the layers before, where he got everything else that was intact, that didn't get, the dynamite didn't destroy. There were a shit ton of other layers, because it was the kind of city where basically they build a city, it fucking got destroyed, and then they build a city on top of it, and then they kept doing that for generations and generations. Basically, he literally just fucking destroyed everything that was not like the very first fucking time they rebuilt the city. Everything else, bro, just destroyed. Everything, all was left were some scraps, but mostly it was just destroyed. The layer where people assume the Iliad probably might have happened was fully destroyed. So we fucking know nothing about it, because some dude just decided that he knows best and to blow up the place. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, I have a lot of chat to catch up on. Aisha lost a fish to Fred Slop. I did. Football was the first Fred Slop game. Craft game, Duck Duck Goose. I've spent about 500 hours in Lethal Company. I love Lethal Company. I kind of want to do another Lethal Company collab soon, because I haven't played it in a while. Spent the, wait. Alright, question for Aisha and Chad. Is gay hotter or straight hotter, regardless of your actual sexuality? Wait, Goose Duck? Oh yeah, you said Duck Duck Goose. Gay is obviously hotter, because I am gay. I cannot answer this question regardless of my sexuality. I am biased. Phasmo is peak for collabs. I don't have Phasmophobia. There's so many different Friendswap games that I don't have, and I can't do collabs with them because of that. I should get some of them. Something like that, fan. Yeah. Duck, duck, goose, 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 duck. You know. Survival-based building games count as Friendswap? I guess they kind of do. Like the Green Hell, or I don't know, Rust? I think they do. I mean, it depends. But I personally think they do. Rust in Minecraft? Yeah. How hard being a Hellenic pagan and a myth literalist when you could just check if it's true by going up a hill in Greece. Yeah, it's very hard. That's why most of us are not myth literalists. Or, you know, some are like partial myth literalists. Most are not myth literalists at all. With the exception being like the Iliad, in some way, because there is historic evidence that Troy did exist. You know, it very much depends, but we'll probably never fucking know, because that fucking guy decided to blow it all up. Why am I doing a Donald Trump impression again? Why do I keep doing this? Breaking rocks is kind of what dynamites are for. Yeah, but that's not how you do archaeology. You don't just go to a potential very important historical site and be like, let's place a shit ton of dynamite in here to see if there's anything at the bottom. Because you are, if it is that very important historical site, you are, you know, as happened in this instance, you are risking basically just destroying all of that historical evidence because you digged too deep. Or blew it up too deep, I guess. I'm getting so agitated about this. I'm I'm getting so agitated about this, I need a drink. You lean into the accent so naturally, though. Don't say that. Don't say that. That's... I do not want to lean naturally into the Donald Trump impression. I do not want to lean naturally into it. Wanted to reach Troy Classic by exploding all the expansions. Exactly! That is exactly what he did. I will never forgive that guy for it. I hope he rots in hell for that. I really hope. Archaeology, finding old stuff in the ground. He found old stuff in the ground. That's just how it be. Yeah, but in the process, he destroyed, more stuff that he could have found because he was, impatient and knew nothing about it. Trump is astral projecting and possessing Aisha. No, get out of my head! No, no, get out of my head, Orange Man! Please! I mean, am I not like... I mean, I'm not American, but if I was, would I not be like his greatest enemy? A disabled, bisexual child of an immigrant. What the hell? The story of American archaeology and fake fossil making is amazing too, yes. I mean, the whole things with archaeology is just so interesting in general. Like, I have thought about, like, going into archaeology. I do want, like, general, like, just history more. I would rather probably sit in a museum as the curator rather than, you know, be out there digging out shit or not be out there just inspecting the old shit somewhere in an office where I could very easily break it and potentially be liable for millions because of my negligence. A little bit too risky for me personally. I mean, I'm not clumsy, but you know, like, museum curators do handle some of the exhibitions sometimes, but like mainly they don't do it in a way where it could be potentially like easy to, you know, somehow fuck them up or destroy them. Usually they just kind of like tell someone else like, oh, you should put this picture there and that picture there because they look nice next to each other. And then they go, okay, and someone else installs them there, you know? Of early British archaeologists trying to fit fossils together, making the most unhinged animals. That is true. That is true. Like, it's so amazing how stuff like archaeology has developed so much in like kind of recent years. Like, if you think it is kind of recent, because like for most of history, people didn't really give a fuck about archaeology. I mean, people did give a fuck about, like, some sciences, but I feel like it's definitely... We definitely did come a long way. You know, and when they even did give a fuck about archaeology, as you said, they did not do a very good job at putting it all together. And then just, like, some tens of years later, someone just looks at it and goes, these are bones from this dinosaur, these are bones from, another dinosaur, these are bones from a fucking dog, you know? Scientific and technological advancement is exponential. The more we know, the faster we learn. Yeah, but there's also, the thing that right now we kind of, like, hit sort of a ceiling for a lot of technological advancements. Like, we had a very big spurt, and now we're kind of just lagging a little bit, because we're like, well, what else is there to do and discover, like, now? Because we have done so many things already. Like what are we supposed to do now? What is there to improve? Obviously, there are more things to improve, but I do think that we are quite, like, far away from, like, the futuristic kind of technology stuff, because I don't think that the technological advancements are gonna be, that it's going to be, like, going at the same pace in the next few generations, the way it did for our generation, because we are, in that sense, very, very interesting. Just the people, like Gen Z, Millennials, Gen Alpha as well in some way, although they were kind of, like, a little bit later after that, so I would say more so, like, Millennials and Gen Z. Like, we were literally growing up in this fastly evolving technological world, which also kind of fried our fucking brains and our attention span and stuff like that, but, you know. I remember one that was just a pair of legs, a tail with a head on the hips, and an oversized horn. Just making random shit. Just putting random shit together. I want to look something like that up and pull it up on stream. Give me a sec. Well, the reason we don't have flying cars is because the airspace is considered government property. Yeah. Wait. How would I even, like, search it up? Like, fake fossils? Not fake fossils, more like long fossils together. Oh, wrong reconstruction. I found. Oh, wait a second. I found two that I really like. I'm gonna pull them. I'm gonna put them together. No. Oh, wait. Oh my god! Fucking look at them! It's just two legs, a fucking tail, a skull, and a fucking random horn. The other one is just like also a jumbled mess. He just has the legs, like a weird ass fucking hips? What the fuck is that? A weird ass tail, very bulky hands, and another fucking horned skull. Me on the left. So true. So true. Wow. You're magnificent. Is that why they call you Chimera? Is that why you're called Chimera? True classic. Oh my god. Majestic beauty. Is that foot on the end of the tail? I don't know, bro. Is that? I think it is. It does look like that. Oh my god. Left one doesn't even look like they tried. Yeah, when the spore generator fails. This does literally These literally do look like spore-generated monsters. Looks like my 16-year-old Maltese dog. Oh my god, this literally looks like spore. Oh god. There's another. I need to share all of these fucking with you, because this is like, why is this not saving? Hello? There we go. No, and now it's making me save it like 3 times. No. This is so odd. There's another one. Wait, here it is. Here's another one. That one is also pretty neat, I think. The tail on the right looks to be from some relative of the Stegosaurus, whose name I forgot. Yeah. They were playing gacha and made a team with what they pulled. You can blame them. That is true. That is true. Oh my gosh. Chat. You're on fucking fire with this one. You're on fire. Who's entertaining who? You're the ones that who are making me laugh here. Who is entertaining who? I mean, the ones with club-like tails, pretty curved back. Yeah. Pilosaurus are the one with club tail. Stegosaurus with have the big plates on the back, big spikes with the end of the tail. This one does look like an old dog. Does kind of look like an old dog with fucking scoliosis. What is this little, like, third leg that he has there? Why does he have a third leg? Why is he freaky? That's my spirit animal right there. They're just like me for real, for real. Are you gonna send us Supa? I mean, would that not just be gifting memberships to you? Sometimes streamers do that. Sometimes they gift memberships on their own channel. That's one way to say they got a boner. That is quite literally a boner. Like an actual, like, bone. I'm going to line them up at the bottom of the screen. As if I'm having a collab with them. Collabing with my old friends. This guy is a little too tall. Can I... Okay, crop top. Crop top! Can I just... Faster! 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 Okay, that's good. Me and the gang. Me and the boys. Just chilling. Don't want to sit on it on accident. Oh my god. I should send you a super for this. I should send you a super. For this amazing comedy you're providing me today. This is amazing. I'm having so much fun. This third leg looking thing is actually a structure that still exists with some reptiles and birds. Mainly exists to have more surface to attach muscles, though the tail looks too small for that pelvis. Yeah. That does kind of like look like it's a little bit legit, but like that's way too big, bro. Like, you don't need one that big. Like, you know, like share some inches with the ones who are in need, you know? Damn, bro. You really took all of it. Game Freak needs to take notes for their next Pokemon. Yes. Just found you on YouTube recommended. Hello! Welcome! Welcome! Glad to have you here. I am Aisha Ushimaru, and this is my gang of, wrongly put together fossils. Wrongly reconstructed dinosaurs. Aren't they just amazing? They're pretty neat. Rare algorithm win. I mean, honestly, on this moment of the stream, this is definitely a rare algorithm win. This is like, you stumbled on a gold mine. If you've never seen these, this is a gold mine. I mean, Pokemon, do you have some incorrect reconstructed Pokemon? Yeah! This is a gang meeting? It is. Or the fossils. There were actually inspirations to the Galar fossil Pokemon? Yeah, what's up, fossils? I don't think they're doing all that well. I think they're actually, like, screaming to someone to end their life because their existence is so painful as they are freaks of nature, but yeah, no, that's just how they are. These are interesting. We got Oopie Goopie on the left, General Munchkin Man on the mid, and Larry on the right. Oh my gosh, that is so true. That's my next fucking short. That's my next short, okay. Google. Where was I usually taking my notes? Google Docs. Google Docs. I'm making a new document. Don't mess with the gang. I'm going to put all of them here. I am going to do that. Oh no, one of them didn't go through. Which one? Oh, it's the middle one. It's probably a web P or something like that. It is. Ew! Ew, not a web P. Web P. One of the Galar fossil guys, just legs and tail with a fish head at the end of the tail. That's Aisha on the right, actually. Yeah! Natural history still counts as history short, maybe. I mean, it does. It does, in my opinion. The evolution of the cow. Yeah, we started here. Then we went here. Then we became like this. And this is how we are today. That's the evolution. Yeah, ew, web P. I hate that format so much. Thank you, Noble, for the idea for a history short. I'd have to download that sound from TikTok, honestly. That one is a good one. That one is a good one. Unfortunately, I do not monetize any of my content, so you will not be receiving any any proceedings from the short. I do not. I make it my own personal, like I have a thing. I just, whoa! Luckin'. Okay. Golden lobster! Lopta! I'll take royalties if you don't mind. Yeah, you won't have any. Because I won't have any either. I just don't want to monetize my content. I don't want to torture you guys with ads or anything like that. I know that YouTube will do that anyways, but you know, it will do that a little bit less if you're watching unmonetized content, so there's that. I know that on Twitch, like, when you become like a Twitch partner... Oh my gosh. You scared me again! I get scared every time. Thank you, Genji, for the 20. Thank you so much. Are those the royalties? Are those the royalties? Are those the royalties? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I wonder, is there a way? Okay, never mind. Wait. Okay, yeah. Anyways. Yes. So how many percentage do you want, Noble? Google the Matchburg unicorn to see how they thought it might have looked like. Okay, I will. Yoink. No! Ad revenue. Thank you for the ad revenue. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I don't want you. I cannot! What is that creature? Oh my god! Oh my god! He's so scrunkly! He's such a creature! Oh my god. Oh lord. Wait. I'm showing this to you. I hope this is fucking WebP again. Well, OBS does support WebP, so at least I can still show it on stream. Look! That's him, but alive. Fun to spitball ideas. Glad she got inspiration. Thank you. Thank you. I love my chat. You guys are always... Honestly, I feel like my chat is funnier than me. My chat is definitely funnier than me. I usually just go off of the jokes that you guys make. I just go off of the jokes that you guys make. I'm glad to have such a sophisticated chat. It's the left guy! Yeah, it's him! It's him when he was still alive! It's hot? What do you mean it's hot? It's not hot. Do you find this hot? Do you find this appealing? Attractive? Cute? I mean, I guess in some way, if you look at it, is this kind of a little bit cute? Maybe a little, I don't know. It does. Chat tends to be funnier than the streamer, yes. I guess so. I guess that is the thing that a lot of streamers have, because chat is multiple people coming up with multiple jokes at the same time, and the streamer is just one person. Always come to the stream and interesting stuff. Welcome. May I introduce to you wrongly reconstructed dinosaurs. This is the Matchburg unicorn. He is very cute and amazing, and you should not make fun of him, or he will cry. I personally think he's amazing. What do you guys think? Don't judge him, he's your grandpa. I'm just saying, like, exactly, he's my grandpa. I do not find him hot because of that. You know, maybe you can find him hot because you don't have any familial relations. But, you know. Oh, hush, you are funny. Ah. You guys are funnier. Would smash? You would smash my grandpa? One of these days we are just going to fire web fishing instead of Holocure just to yap forever. Yeah. Looks like he will guide me on the spirit journey. We're not fishing all that much at this point anymore. We're just looking at these guys. If a narwhal did the fusion dance with the woolly rhino, that's true. It does look like a like if a narwhal was a land animal. If a narwhal went on land. I bet someone has made an SCP of this thing. No. unfortunately. Someone did put it on public domain superheroes. Someone did put it on there. So, there's that. But, we should write an SCP. You know how anyone can technically write an SCP? You just have to submit it and they just have to, like, approve it. We should write an SCP for this guy. Should write an SCP for this guy. Like, make a whole story about how, like the world, like, the SCP Foundation found it out. And we're like, oh my gosh, this is real. But then they were like, we can't have the people knowing, and everyone, and told them that, oh wait guys, this isn't actually real, these are like fake, this is wrongly reconstructed. And so now everyone thinks that it's wrongly reconstructed, but it was actually real. Yeah. Fuzzy! Given this is German, I never heard anyone ever speak Magdeburg like that. How do you even say it? I don't know. I'm just like switching the G and the D around and saying it like in an English way. Do you think bovines evolved past magic shooting giant horns? I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe too much strength required for that. You know, we gotta put all of that into our milk production. All of that magic goes into the milk production. So we don't have enough magic to shoot lasers out of our horns anymore. Does that mean I'm your new granddad? I mean, I guess so. Probably add a couple hundred grades to it, yeah. Maybe the fish are the wrongly constructed prehistoric animals we made along the way. Maybe. Narwhals have 4 limbs though, so narwhal cow fusion would look more like an actual animal. That is true. That is true. It'll just make a rhino. Magdeburg? Something like that. I don't know. If I say it in like a Finnish way, Magdeburg. I said that in the fucking Russian way, I think. Magdeburg. I don't know. Anyways, what was I talking about again? Besides this, I had something else to say on my mind, but I forgot. Let me take a sip of this Pepsi and figure that out. Yummy Pepsi. Anyways, majestic creature. Love him to death. May he rest in peace. Rhinos are just heavy armored unicorns, and I love it. They kind of are, except they don't do magic, but you know. They're also... I mean... I feel like if unicorns were real, they would probably have the fate of rhinos, but like, worse. Like, if rhinos get, you know, hunted a shit ton for their horns, unicorns would suffer even more. How much do I need still? I'm still so far behind. And are basically, yeah, rhinos are unicorns if you're not a coward. I'm not a coward. Never call me a coward. Rhinos are unicorns. To me. Yay! I'm under level 3. You want a lot of fucking shrimp, Lolly King. It's okay, you can have it. You're my favorite after all. Glorious. I wonder what the 9614, you know, means in his name. Was he born in the year 96? What is the 14 for then? What else do they want there, exactly? Let me see. shrimp, 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 salmon, potato, tuna, koi fish, shrimp, tuna. So, just potatoes. Damn. Y'all are big on that. Fish. Gotta go to the extremely endangered section. Yep. Pretty sure, isn't there, like, the specific, like, white rhinos or something like that? That have been basically hunted to extinction, and the only, like, two, like, members of the species left are two females, you know, two female members of the species. And one of them is, like, can't have babies. Or something like that, so even they can't, like, one of them is old and the other can't have babies, so they can't even, like make a, you know, a mixed child with them. Very sad. Very sad indeed. More shrimp! All of you want fucking shrimp! What the hell? Shrimp are pretty nice, but you know, not. They're in the mood for seafood today. They're always in the mood for seafood. That's the thing that is hardest to get, or takes the longest time, in my opinion, at least, because you can't guarantee what kind of fish you are catching. It's very sad that they're now close to extinction. Yeah, they're pretty much hunted out. Yeah, it's very sad. Like, what is exactly even the reason? Just, like, trophy hunting? Like, for the horns? Like, trophy hunting for the horns? Or what exactly do they do with their horns? Like, what else do they do with their horns? Is it, like, some kind of fashion statement? Or just so odd to me. We also fucking... there's so many different species that we are responsible to, like, destroying because we ate them all. We ate all of them. There's so many species that we just ate. Like the turtles. Remember the turtles that we fucking ate to extinction? And when they were transferring some of the, like, turtles from one, like, country to another by boat, the people were, like, hungry, that it didn't have quite enough food. They were so hungry that they just ate those turtles. And then they were like, that's the best fucking thing I've ever had in my entire life. No, I think basically those turtles had like water, like, inside of them, or in their meat, or something like that, and they didn't have any fresh water left. So they killed the turtles, ate their meat, and drank the liquid out of those turtles. Oh god. I do like shrimps. Flat is justice. Flat is justice, even though I am not flat, but you know, I do appreciate my flat sisters. The iguanodon is funny too. The way they were reconstructed in Crystal Palace made them look like iguana dog fusions. I want to look that up as well. Wait, I'll catch up with chat first though. Just a shrimp request. No need to krill us over it. You could get fish from the normal game as well. You can. Chinese medicine. Probably just for trophies and their horns, and that. Their horns are considered luxury materials, like ivory, which comes from elephant tusks. Ooh. It's still very, very sad. The horn and stuff like that sell for a bucket load in the medicines. Random, but I remember that people used to eat mummies or use it as paint. That is also true. We, as a species, we are very strange. Wait. Iguana dog fusions? Wait. do look like iguana dog fusions. I keep pulling up different images on stream of dinosaurs. But, look, here's another one! These are funny. They're kind of cute, though, in a way. They're kind of cute. Because they kind of do look like a fusion between an iguana and a dog. Like a big, slightly dogified iguana. Oh, God. They kind of look real, but actual iguanodons look nothing like those. Yeah, they don't really look like that. Chunky. They are very chunky, yes. Why are they so thick? God damn. They would be huge. They would be very, very large. Wait. The... Which were the... Galapagos tortoises. Yes, wait. Though are these the ones? Wait. Yeah, I think those are the ones. Or were the... I don't... Wait, no. Were the soft-shell tortoises? There's a lot... The AI overview says that there are multiple different species of tortoises that we ate to extinction. So, we literally just did that to a bunch of fucking turtles. Tortoises. Whatever. You know, the Galapagos turtles... I think that is what I was talking about. I might have also mixed it up with some other ones of them. But they are... They are back, though. These tortoises are back. You know, they didn't... We didn't, like, eat them to extinction. Exactly. Yes, 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 yes. Their diluted urine... And the water stored in their neck bags could be used as drinking water. Yes. Yes, that is indeed what I was talking about. But we didn't eat them to extinction. We just came very, very close. But they are still here with us. They're just... on very small numbers. No, we ate 3 of the subspecies to extinction. 12 are still extinct, but they are mostly all endangered. There's one that is vulnerable, which is still threatened, but not exactly as threatened as some of these other ones. One that is endangered, and the rest of them are, I think, critically endangered. A few more that are vulnerable or endangered, but most of them are critically endangered. Because we were we were stupid. And ate them all. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Let me see. Like how we extincted Neanderthals by breeding them so hard they became mostly Homo sapiens. Oh gosh. Right at one into battle. Oh, the ones the sailors found so tasty they ate them all? Yes. That's how dodos and mammoths got done too, I think. Yeah, we ate everyone! We ate all of them! They were meant to bring them back, but the sailors found them so tasty they just ate them all. Exactly, exactly. That is what I was talking about, what I was telling you. I think I heard that mammoths still existed when the pyramids were being built. Yes, yes, I'm pretty sure that is the case, yes. That's good, at least. Hello, Aisha. Did you manage to isolate? Hello. I just read hello and didn't say back hello. Did you manage to isolate the endangered tortoises safely? Me with a suspiciously tortoise-shaped stomach. Yes. That is literally how they were, though. Oh gosh. Did they at least taste good, like, historically? Every account from everyone who has tasted them says that they taste amazing. Which is why they ate them all. Not all, but, you know, why they ate most of them. We aren't stupid, we're just kind of hungry. How hungry, though? How hungry? They always talk about being so hungry they could eat a horse. But are you hungry to eat a toes? Oh my god. What is this stream? Gotta hit the hay. Thanks for the stream. Take care. Night, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. Good night. Hope you have dreams about these guys. Hope they come in your dreams. Not, like, you get it. You get it. You get it. You know? Hope you see them there. They just want more mindset. Expect more bar stomach. Yeah, they literally probably just went, okay, just one more tortoise we'll eat, and then the rest of them we'll just bring back, okay? We need to leave these. Okay, well, we kind of need some more food. I mean, well, okay, let's eat one more, just one more, and then we're done. We cannot eat any more of them. And that just how it went. Okay, now don't hold this against me, Aisha, but now I'm curious about the taste. You shouldn't be. I'm pretty sure there are things that are not endangered that you can eat. Also, I don't think apes should eat tortoises. They probably do. But, you know, they shouldn't. Have a good rest. Yes. Man, now I kind of wish we had domesticated those tortoises. Imagine getting a tortoise burger at McDonald's. I mean, isn't, like, tortoise meat technically still, like, eaten in some places? Like, there are... I mean, I've seen, like, back in Australia... I didn't go to Australia, but I know that in Australia, some, like, more so, like, tourist places, like, obviously regular Australians don't eat stuff like that, but, like, some, like, very, very niche places that are very gimmicky do sell kangaroo meat, alligator meat, stuff like that, you know? People also eat, jellyfishes. They're a soup bowl, but the bowl is their shell. That is definitely probably how a lot of people would eat stuff like that, you know? It does, like, make sense. It honestly, like, sounds so familiar that I feel like that is a concept. That is actually, like, something people did. Something lives humans might have eaten or tried them at some point of history. Yeah, definitely. Like, why do we know, like, that we can't eat some certain things? It's because someone tried somewhere and failed, you know? I mean, the way their taste seems to be loved, it probably doesn't taste the same as those generic tortoises. Yeah, definitely. It's probably something very, very special. Like, I think they say that, like, it's very, like, because of, like, the water stuff in their bodies, like, it's very juicy or something like that. In our time period, at least. Kangaroo meat is sold at supermarkets. It is! Okay, I'm off to eat. Okay, yes. Good night. You are Australian, I forgot. So, I guess you can say, have a first-hand experience on that. I have people eat jellyfish. It doesn't have anything to taste. I think it's more so, like, the texture. Like, people more so enjoy the texture. Like, I keep getting on TikTok, I keep getting those videos of, like, these guys eating jellyfishes with different sauces, and the different sauces being, like, representing different countries. Like, oh, we have, like, soy sauce for Japan. We have, like, I don't know, like fish sauce for, I don't know, Vietnam. We have chili sauce for, China. We have fucking mayonnaise for France. You know, stuff like that. I keep getting those, and they eat jellyfish in there. Australian kangaroo are actually a farm animal and pretty common to eat. I can even get their meat over here in Germany. I've seen some, like, gimmicky shops here in Finland as well that do sell, meat like that as well. A guy got there to eat stuff to see if it's safe. Yeah, and then, realized it wasn't. Funny enough, eating things and checking what kills and what didn't work, considering people just kept trying until they found a way to make stuff like blowfish. That is also true. That is also true. We will probably also try every way to prepare some kind of animal to see if there is a way to make it non-toxic in some way. History of cheese probably involves a lot of people insisting that cup of milk still tastes okay. Yeah, definitely. More so though, like, yogurt and, like, fermented stuff, I feel like. Not so much cheese, because cheese is a more hands-on process. But more so stuff like you can get out of sour milk, basically. Then there's the process of who thought of drinking the milk from cows in the first place, or any animal. Exactly! I really wonder, who was that one first person who went, what if ate poisoned tree nuts and had to go to a hospital? Oh no, I hope you ended up fine. Chili and pepper were meant to repel animals. Humans, nom nom, yes. They are, like, technically meant to repel animals. Like spicy stuff is spicy because you're not supposed to eat it, or, like, it doesn't want you to eat it. It's, like, supposed to repel, you know? But we humans were like, hey, yo, this kind of fire. Imagine how many people will die if we find a new planet trying to make up new food. A lot. But instead, we made chilies and peppers spicier. Exactly. For real, though, why does spicy stuff need to burn out your taste buds feel good? Yeah, I have no idea. We are so weird. I feel like every single person has, like, at least a little hint of masochism in them. Because I feel like that's just how the human race is, generally. It's something about receptors on your tongue. Yeah, better stuff is better because it's your brain telling you you're eating poison. Yeah, exactly. Your brain is telling you, no, you should not eat that. You do not eat that. And you're just like, yummy. Okay, we're very close to 50, so I gotta lock in. My hands are sweaty. I'm locking in too hard. Locking in so hard that I'm sweating. Oh my gosh. That was hard. Oh my gosh, that was such a save! Oh! Alcohol too. Oh shit, my fruit is rotten. Oh damn, it's kind of fire though. Humans are so weird. Humans are so weird. We truly are a species. We truly are a species. And they say we're the most intelligent species out there. Honestly, with the fucking dumb shit that we do, I'm not even sure about that. It's crazy that our tastes can change. I used to hate olives, but now I love them. Yes. Although some things just stay for your entire life. Like, I personally hate semolina porridge. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. Like, at all. Semolina porridge, genuinely, even, like, thinking about not even the taste, the smell of semolina porridge makes me nauseous. It's that bad. And it's all because when I was like a few years old and I was going to a kindergarten in Russia, because I would spend a lot of time in my first few years of living in Russia in the care of my grandparents. They would force me to eat the semolina porridge, even though I fucking hated it. I found it so disgusting, and they had semolina porridge every single week. And I had such a bad thing with eating there. They would constantly force me to eat a lot of the stuff. This is why I don't really like porridge in general. Like, I don't really like porridge in general because there they mostly served porridge, and I hated it. I hated it. The only porridge I can kind of eat is like kaura puro. I'm not sure what it is in English. Oatmeal. Yes. Oat porridge. Oatmeal. That's the only thing that I can still eat. All the other porridges, not all of them are as disgusting to me as semolina porridge, but semolina porridge especially. Like, I hate it. They would always complain to my parents about it and my grandparents about it, being all like, she doesn't eat food in here and she should. And then my mom would just be like, well, is your food good? Like, and they would always tell her, my mom told me about this, that like they would always tell her how like, oh, she always says that like it's not the way mom makes it at home, or it's not as good as mom's is. And my mom would always be like, well, I can't do anything about the fact that I'm a good cook and you aren't. Like, I can't do anything about it. I'm just a good cook and my child is used to my good cooking. I was also autistic, so, you know, some textures and some food were really bothering me, especially with semolina porridge, other stuff. What really always bothered me, like, a lot in food as a kid. Now, as an adult, not as much, but as a kid, it was really bad. I really hated when food was basically just different kinds of food mixed together. So I didn't really like any kinds of, like, how do you even call them? Like, bakes? Or stuff like that, where you would, like, mix a lot of shit together that I personally thought didn't go all that well together. I really hated food like that. I was kind of like a one ingredient food kind of kid, unless it was some kind of safe food like soup. But then even with soup, I only really ate soup that was made either by my mom or by my grandma, because I knew what was in that soup. You know, yeah, salad, yes, stews, stuff like that. I really, really didn't like that. I only would eat food like that at home, because I knew what was in there, or I could just, like, ask what was in there, and like, oh, like, what is this vegetable, or something like that, and my, you know, whoever was taking care of me, whoever cooked it, would just be like, oh, well, that's just, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then in the kindergarten, they would just be like, shut up and eat your food. So, yeah. And even in school, I never really ate all that much in school, which, also, teachers would complain about throughout my whole life. Just because I really hate cafeteria food. And I think it's fucking disgusting. Yeah. So, there's that. There's that. I yapped so much. I have to catch up on a lot of the chat. It's crazy that our tastes can change. Wait, no. That's, same with tomatoes, but And pickles? I've always liked tomatoes. Don't pretend you ever had a piece of food you were unsure if it's gone bad, but still ate it anyway. Probably had frog spawn texture. I think I ate paint when I was a kid. What the hell? Alcohol tastes like ass, but people kept trying it until they found out if you drink enough, you wake up naked on the side of the road. I despise beans, and beans are like the one thing people eat every meal in here. I don't really like beans either, unless it's like red beans. In deserts. Desserts. But like kidney beans, I don't like them. True. Oof, you were autistic. How did you get here? No, I've been autistic. I am autistic, and I'm going to be autistic. I'm saying it like that. Yes, salad stew soup. Do you have something similar to German pumpernickel black bread? I'm not sure, but we do have a lot of different kinds of dark bread out here. Getting extremely started. I'll get lunch. Bye. Okay. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good lunch. Yes. Enjoy lunch. Okay. All caught up. Oh my gosh. My nose is so itchy. It's because it's dry. Sometimes when it's a little colder and I go, like, to shower, after the shower my nose will be itchy because it gets dried out. I should put some ointment on it. Ointment. That's such a funny word. Ointment. Like, what do you mean you're gonna put some ointment on it? Like, oink oink, perhaps? Are you trying to say oink oink, perhaps? Or what? Oh my gosh. I cannot lose this. Okay, just a little bit. 49. Last one. Lock in. Do not interrupt me. Gotta wipe my hands. Oh my god, why is it taking so long? Oh my gosh. Let's go! Where's the achievement? Did I already get it? Hello? Did I already get the achievement? Where's the achievement? Is it because I don't have... No! Wait, no. Hello? Ah... Yes, I did! Rhythm Master! I just did this for nothing. I mean, I still got a bunch of fish, so I guess it's fine, but, you know. You know. I forgot to ask the important question. Have you had, you have your fishing beer on hand? Have you fishing beer on hand? I do not have any beer, if that's what you're asking, unfortunately. All I have is Pepsi. Pepsi Max Cherry. Maximum taste, no sugar. That's what I have. I've been wanting to buy some more beer lately, but I always go to the stores where they don't sell my favorite one. And I'm not gonna buy beer if it's not my favorite one. Or at least one of my favorites. You know. Sorry, brain farted. Okay. Can't fish without the fishing beer. Yeah. You have the fishing gear, and then you have the fishing beer. I cannot stop scratching my fucking nose. I feel like a coke addict. Please, why? Why is this happening to me? Okay, we have golden lobster. We can sell for a lot of money. Squid, turtle, manta ray, pufferfish, and eels. Well, we're getting a little bit closer to the final fishing thingy. We do mostly like yap on these streams, so we're not going too fast. Did you get the achievement behind the house? Did I? I didn't. Oh. What's in there? What's in there? What you looking at? Now I did. Naughty tacos. Very, very naughty. Naughty, naughty. Fishing gear is the first item on the fishing gear list. That's very true. That's very true. Are you really even going on a fishing trip if you're not going to get absolutely hammered on beer and beer alone? I don't think so. Can someone please make me stop scratching my fucking nose? No, more tomatoes. Get more tomatoes. Just 2. Also panicked if you use Ina. Really? It'd be a little funny if like it would like really depend on a character on how they would react to you coming up to them. Like if you are like one of the horny characters, one of the hornier girls, I'll just be like, "Hey yo, join us, join us! Look at what you have here." Do you like how the characters say something different if you use certain characters? Yeah, that's also true. Do you have a humidifier or something? No. No, it's just because it gets, like, dry or something. I don't like it because it kind of, like, fucks with my model a little bit. So I look a little strange. Because I keep scratching it. And the thing is, the more I scratch it, the more dry it gets. Therefore, the more scratching I do, and the more dry it gets, and the more scratching I do, and the more dry it gets, and you know, you get it. Oh, I completely forgot to talk about this. We hit 1.2k on Twitter. We already hit 1.2k. Isn't that amazing? We are also pretty close to 2k here on YouTube. We're like 132 away from 2k on YouTube. So I wonder if we can hit that before the month ends. Hopefully. Hope you don't get a nosebleed for that. Had it happen to me a couple times. Yeah. I know. Hopefully. Congrats. Thank you. Wow. I have no idea how long it has been like that because I only just noticed. Like it might have been like that for a while and I just noticed now. But it's fine. Hopefully we'll get to 2k before September ends. I kind of want to set that as my, like, mini goal. Maybe. Get 2k. No, 54. Well, it was still good. And then when you have to start over again, it's just so slow. me something good that I can feed to my workers. Please. Doctor? My workers do not eat the turtles, though. You know? Unlike certain sailors. Why is it taking me so long? What the hell? Oh, it's the axolotls! Let's go! I think we've now caught one of each fish. Or is there something above axolotls? I'm not sure. Are the skeletons other VTubers you were late for collab with? Probably. Yeah, probably. I'm never late for collab. But yeah, it's actually my pals, my buddies. Respect them, please. They require the utmost respect. A couple billion or million years, but I finally arrived. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here, you know? And that's all that matters. That's all that matters, really. Can't with my nose. Ugh. So bad. Owie. Oh, we got some koi fish. Big Goopy is a stand-up guy. He is. He is a very stand-up guy. He does stand-up, you know, he goes to those open mic nights. People really love him there. And I mean, how could you not? How could you not love this guy? You know, as a little tradition, I guess. Let's go do this for a little bit again. Maybe. Where's my... Oopsie. I keep coming back to this fucking place. It's like my abusive ex. I cannot live without it. That's a really tough one to get past. Almost did it. You got any antibacterial cream you can put on your nose? I do have some cream, but you know, I'll put it on after the stream. I'm not... I have no idea, like, how much force I should... Fuck. No, fuck, I keep doing this. I don't even know if that's the way that you do it here. did not work like this. Fuck. I forget. How did I get past this fuck ass part? There's some kind of secret thing I should be doing here. Oh. Well. That worked. I guess. I do wonder who's the person hanging in front of the Tower of Suffering. It's me in another life, probably. No, that did not work, and I'm back here again. Shit. Well, at least I now know. Oh, oops. 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 Why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep coming back to this shit? I think I should just... Yay. Yay. Alright. We're already almost at 30%. Pretty sure it took us way longer to get to this part. In all of our previous tries. Which is 1. But, you know. Ah. My nose. My nose. Mm. You're challenging your inner Haru. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Haru Rara. Rest in peace. Oh, I'm so sad about it. Well, you know, at least she got to live a pretty long and fulfilling life for a racehorse. I did do a post about it on Twitter, and she lived to be 29. I am still very sad that she didn't live till 30. And that I didn't get to see her in person, but this isn't a death that was like, this isn't exactly like super like sudden or anything like that, you know? Like, we were all kind of expecting it to happen in the next, in like the somewhat near future. Like, obviously we all hoped that it would happen that it would happen like a few years into the future, but you know, she was still already pretty old. So I am at least kind of like, her death leaves me more, I guess, okay with it than with some other racehorses that have passed not too long ago, because this is definitely like, you can say she lived a good long life. It's kind of like when your geriatric grandmother passes away. Sure, you are you are sad about it, but, you know, at the end of the day, she was geriatric. You know, it wasn't exactly like a secret to anyone that she would probably pass away soon. But, and you know, she is in a better place now. She is, uh, running around in fields of carrots. Fields of carrots? Sure, why not? Why not? Why not? Also, I just saw my views go down. Not like not like viewers, but views that are not supposed to go down. By 2. Huh? YouTube? Hello? Also, Discord fucking died yesterday. Now it went up again. What is going on? Discord died yesterday. Quite badly. Like, a bunch of servers just became unavailable for some reason. Like, for me, it was specifically the Uma Musume servers and the Germa server. Saw a shirt that pretty sure she'll live in about another 5 years that got the news right after. Oh, no! Oh! That's very sad. I'm so sorry about that. And they just like milks. I clicked the unwatch button accidentally. What is the unwatch button? What the hell is that? Oh, wait. No! Fuck. Why am I still here? No. No. It's great that all Uma horses got a second round of love from around the world 4 years after Uma was peak popularity in Japan. That is very nice, yes. You know, I'm glad that, some EN fans were able to also, share their love for Haru before she passed away. Yes. But you know, that is life. That is life. I think I'm gonna be, ending soon now. I really need to get that ointment on my freaking nose. God. I really need to do that, but I think I'm gonna go now. It's been a great day. Later in the week, tomorrow I have an off day. After that, we'll be doing Slavic karaoke, which I haven't wanted to do for a while. Then after that, we do Night Rain. Then another off day, I think. Or no. Or yes. I don't remember. On Sunday, we'll have a peak collab. Yes. I don't remember what the fourth... Wait, no. The fourth stream is today's stream. Yeah, then we have an off day, and then we have the peak collab. Yes. So, be prepared for that, but tomorrow we'll be resting. I'm gonna go, do... No, wait, I just realized. No, not that kind. Not that kind. I mean, like, I'm gonna do stuff to my note, but you know what? Whatever. Just, have a good day. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. I really appreciate it. As always, have a great rest of your day.